Whoa! Look at these jumps. I mean, that's amazing, folks. We're going to be seeing a guy coming out here and bashing in a few seconds. This is the place to be. Look how great all these jumps are here. You got to find parks like this out in Southern Ontario. We're here in Kitchener today. Let's go check out some of this great action with some cool jumping. Cool. Whoa. Okay, we're here today in Kitchener with Phil Daddick. Phil, good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
What a great place.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
You know, this is a basher's paradise.
It is.
I mean,
it really is.
You got teeter-totters up there. You got, I mean, berms here that were built for BMX, obviously. Fortunately, you're the only one here today. Yeah. And what type of vehicle are you going to be bashing with today?
This is a Team Losi LST2 XXL. It's a big one.
And it's a four-wheel drive or two-wheel?
It's four-wheel drive. It's got a 2-speed transmission in it. It's a good basher. You can also race these things, but obviously I like to run mine bashing.
Say you were racing this Losi. What would be the difference between bashing it?
Typically the difference between racing and bashing is, I mean, you can look at things like the tires. You wouldn't run giant tires like this racing, but they are ideal for bashing. The large size lets me go over large obstacles. They also absorb a lot of impact from big airs.
They're quite soft too and quite thick.
So that's one major thing. Obviously, you're going to see that right off the bat. Another thing is suspension. These yellow springs on the Losi LST2s are the stiffest springs available as far as I know. So a stiff spring, I've got a thick weight shock oil inside as well to help absorb.
Oh, he survived it. Look at this. You can jump off this, turn around that berm. I mean, what an amazing place. Look at all the hills right up behind us.
Some of these jumps here are pretty big.
Pretty big.
Pretty big. I've been driving one of these things
that's got to be 15 feet above our head.
That's about 15 feet. So
whoa.
I've been driving one of these for a long time. I've got a lot of experience doing these kind of things. So for any little kids wanting to come out and try something like this, you might want to start on something a little more intermediate.
Perfect. Oh,
that's
awesome.
A good one.
That was a good one.
Nick, this is another really neat thing about this BMX track here. If you want to practice some precision driving, some crawling speed, you've got a nice terrain here as well.
Yeah, look at that. It's got a ramp, and even at the end, we got a teeter-totter.
That's right.
Let's try to make it.
Let's try it out.
And we got a lot of torque on it, so. But it does. I mean, if you're crawling and you're having a good time, this is a lot of fun, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if I probably did this, I would have fallen off by now. Rolling down, that's a lot of fun. It might not be heavy enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's try. If it isn't, I'll give you a hand. There you go. Now, besides this place, there are a lot of BMX tracks that are in the woods and everything, right?
That's right, yeah.
And look where we're standing here. This is the top of a ski hill. We're in the same area. If the cameraman pans to the right, you can see the BMX track in the background. We're right up on an old garbage hill.
That's what it is.
Right? Yeah, right here in Kitchener, Mount Trashmore. Now, let's take a look down here. Now, this is where we can get some ultimate speed.
You can, yeah.
If you just want to have fun and just go crazy all the way down, what kind of speed do you think you'll get down here? About what?
Probably about 50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour? Wow. Yeah. And you got a great view, so you got no obstruction. Look at her go. Woohoo! Well, you know what? We had a great time.
It was a good time.
I mean, how can you, yeah, first time coming out. BMX part, you got this great hill, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, we know what we got to do. We got to set up a race out here.
We do. That'd be excellent.
Beautiful, folks. This is what it's all about. Get yourself a nice truggy, a nice buggy. Go to your local hobby stores. Have a great time. This is what RC is all about, folks. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back. Take care. Well, that's it for this week's episode of RC TV. On next week's episode, we're going to see some 3D heli flying, also an off-road endurance and race, and in my opinion, one of the best RC drifting tracks you'll ever see. See you next week, folks. Take care.
RCTV, your radio-controlled authority, has been brought to you in part by Eliminator RC, your one-stop hobby shop. RC Pit Stop, bringing the best of RC to BC. And John's Hobbies, Toronto's local hobby store.